Today has been shit. First, I wake up to the awful news that Saliba has extended his contract at Arsenal. And then I just had to sit through 95 minutes of football where Barca played like absolute garbage and still managed to collect the 3 points. Imagine needing multiple remontadas against these newly promoted sides. Imagine struggling against these relegation teams. And people tell me Barca's a team that Real Madrid should fear. When we're playing these teams, they're getting slapped. It's never in doubt. We're taking care of business. I told you guys, second season Hansi Flick is a bum. You guys are not going to be successful like you were last season. And I think based off your start, we're starting to see some cracks because the dominance has just not been there. And I know that you guys are happy that you got the 3 points. I know you guys are going to be in the comment section talking shit, and that's okay because guess what? It's still lonely at the top, little bro. You still got to catch up to us. Yes, you've had a little Mickey Mouse run into that El Clasico. Real Madrid, our games leading up into El Clasico are a lot harder than yours. But as of right now, you can still hold that. Enjoy second place. But I want you to get in the comments and let me know what you're thinking for this match. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. Oviedo 1, Barcelona 3. And in the first half, Oviedo sold me a dream. They defended well. They were pressing Barcelona. They were having a go. Their goalkeeper was moving like prime Buffon with a little mix of Courtois sprinkled in there. I thought Barca in that first half were shit. I thought they struggled against Oviedo. The lights were too bright for some of those players. Ferran Torres and Joan Garcia. Trash versus garbage. What were they doing today? Tell me. Because the goalkeeper that Barca fans have been saying is the best in the league, one of the best in the world, was garbage in this match. What is Blood doing outside his box? That brother was lost. Somebody get him a map immediately. By the way, Joan Garcia, what an assist. What a ball that you played for that Oviedo player to score. This guy tried to come out his box. Brother thought he was Manuel Neuer. He thought he was a prime version of Ederson. What is he doing? This guy was out there giving his best Andre Onana impression. Don't ever compare this keeper to Thibaut Courtois. They can't even chat to each other. Courtois is on a different universe to what Joan Garcia is. That Liverpool Champions League final performance from Courtois is better than anything that Joan Garcia will do in his entire career. He was awful today. And to be fair to him, he's been a very good player so far this season. He's been Barca's best signing. But today, dirt. Ferran Torres, man like the tuna, out there doing nothing but cardio, struggling against Oviedo. This is your level, brother. You should have cooked today. You were anonymous. Another player in that first half that went missing, Pedri. You guys call him the best midfielder in the world. Get this Make-A-Wish kid football player out of my face. What did Pedri do in that first half? Tell me. I dare somebody in the comment section to say that Pedri had a good performance today. He was mid. He wasn't shit, but he was mid. For the standards that we all set for him, Pedri did nothing. Rafinha, you're on fraud watch. Last season, you were doing great, playing at a world-class level. But are you telling me that you can't perform if Lamine Yamal's not on the pitch? Because, brother, once again, you were anonymous. This Bolivian Dan James, The Ecuadorian Nicolas Pepe. We're on to you this season. I never believed in you anyways. I knew this brother wasn't from the favelas. This guy, once again, no impact. Aside from his shot that hit the post, what did he do? I actually thought in the first half, Barca's best attacking option was Rashford. I thought he was causing Oviedo some issues. Also was taking some very good shots. Oviedo's keeper had a good performance in that a good performance in the first half. Second half, we'll get into that because he was shit. But the first half, Oviedo's keeper, I thought was man of the match. Some of those saves that he was making. Dani Olmo, Marc Casado, non-existent. What were they doing? Somebody tell me. This was not a good Barca performance in general. I thought the first half, Oviedo were pressing well. They were defending decently. And they were attacking Barca. Like, they were in and around Barca's box for a good part of, like, the opening, like, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes. How many corners did they have as well? That led to nothing. Very wasteful. I thought Gerard Martin was okay. But overall, though, very awful first half by Barca for the levels that we expect from them. But like they always do, in the second half, Barcelona come out on smoke. Can't lie. I don't know what Hansi Flick says to them. I don't know what he's doing during halftime, but Barca usually start the second half very fast. I think Eric Garcia bagged the first goal. And it was such a shit way to concede from Oviedo. It's the kind of goal where you expect them to be able to get the ball and just have a goal kick, have the goalkeeper throw it out or something like that. But the ball deflects, falls to Eric Garcia, he puts it away. And then Lewandowski comes off the bench, scores a great header. By the way, I think Frenkie de Jong off the bench was more impactful than Pedri this game. That assist from Frenkie de Jong, the ball that he played for Lewandowski, that was a very good pass. I can't lie. Also, the header from Lewandowski, right? We make a lot of jokes about this guy. And we know that he's washed, right? It's time for Lewandowski to either learn English or learn Arabic, okay? Because MLS or Saudi is calling your name after this season, right? We know Lewandowski, if you play a through ball to him, he will collapse on the pitch. That brother got 15 pace and 10 stamina, okay? But that header, goalkeeper is never saving that, bruv. Never. And one thing about Lewandowski, even though he's not the player that he used to be and he's not that mobile, in the box, he is still a deadly option. I cannot lie. If you create chances for Lewandowski, more times than not, he will put them away. And that's what he did today off the bench. Both subs making an instant impact damn near. And then you let Ronald Araujo, who I actually thought had a pretty good game today, he scores the third right at the end. That brother did like 7 celebrations. My guy was in front of that camera for like 10 minutes after he bagged that goal. I'm thinking, what are you doing? Act like you've been here before. But now look, fair enough, man. Barcelona, once again, find a way to get it done. Can't be mad at them. You know, it's super annoying because Oviedo in that first half, they showed us a vibe that they could not maintain. I knew with them having a 1-0 lead, it didn't really mean anything, right? Because you can't even have a 2-0 lead against Barca and be too comfortable. But that second half, they folded. Their goalkeeper went from having a man-of-the-match level performance to struggling in that second half. He should have saved Araujo's goal. He should have. Like, let's be very honest here. I also thought that Oviedo starting Cazorla was weird, right? Yes, they started off the game a bit fast, but why are you playing Cazorla? This guy is 70 years old, and you're having him chase Pedri, Casado, and Dani Olmo and Rashford. Why? I'm surprised that Santi Cazorla lasted as long as he did. If I was him, I'd have been asking for a sub in the fucking 7th minute. I'd have slapped the gaffer like, bruv, I'm 60. What you got me out there on the pitch against Barca for? I thought, who else came off the bench for them, right? Let's actually pull this up because I do want to look at the table as well. But who came off the bench for Barcelona? Let's see. Yeah, De Jong was good. Lewandowski obviously scored the goal. I didn't think Jules Koundé did anything really. Same thing with Christensen, Marc Bernal getting the Make-A-Wish kid minutes, right? My leftovers last night saw more minutes than Christensen and Marc Bernal. But, like I said, man, Oviedo showing us a vibe they couldn't maintain, right? It's still lonely at the top. Real Madrid are first. Barcelona are second. You guys can hold that still. Now, we do have a big game against Atleti. And, you know, that does make me a little bit nervous because depending on what goes on in that match and then in Barca's next game, could be a little bit of trouble. But we'll see, right? I need you guys to smash that like button like I said. Let me know what you're saying for this game.